sometimes you just can't. At least not right now. A surefire way of knowing that it's a good time to pursue some kind of relationship is when you find yourself with an overflowing cup of energy and love and peace. Yes. Peace. It's really not the end of the world if you can't right now. You could do plenty of other stuff. Study stuff that interests you, hang out with your friends. If you don't have friends, you can like get on the internet and make videos. If you're finding yourself in a space where you want to experience a relationship, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel like the right time, the right person isn't being presented to you, whatever, you can actually just focus on the things that you need to focus on.
What do I do when it's finally time?
Slow your roll there, buddy. We'll get to that at the end of the video. You have got to know your for being in a relationship. There's always a reason as to why we want to seek something for our lives. So what's the reason why you want to seek a relationship? It's really easy for us to give ourselves some bullshit ass answers once we start asking the real questions. My love wasn't based in passion for any particular person or in any particular direction other than maybe to bust a nut now and then. Should I cut that out? I didn't like how it felt to even just say some of those things out loud. Wasn't no fucking way that I could have been a W boyfriend. Once we have that level of honesty with ourselves, then it's even easier to have that type of honesty with the other person. This is why I'm feeling you. This is why I'm wanting to take things farther with you. This is why I feel like I'm ready to pursue this with you. I recommend you repeat to yourself in the reflection in the mirror of shadows, shameless plug. Remind yourself why you love that person and why you're pursuing a relationship with that person. I don't know if you know this or not, but shit happens. And when shit happens, you gotta have a reason why you're gonna continue to be in a relationship with this person. You get rubbed the wrong way. I don't like that. Okay, fuck you. Throw them in the garbage and ow. And that's a wrap. But if this is a relationship that you actually care about, you're gonna need to remind yourself of your trigger is not their problem. I would encourage folks to have empathy for others' triggers and to try to navigate them collaboratively. More on collaboration later. It's not the responsibility of your partner to walk on eggshells to avoid triggering you. As the person who has the triggers, it's up to you to manage how you respond to them. How much energy do you give to these things? That's up to you. And that will directly determine the kinds of interactions that you and your partner get to have. It's all based off the work that you do. And we all have trauma to work through. So when I say this, it's also a given that the person you've chosen to be in a relationship with is doing the same work. I'm doing a lot of hand motions. I'm starting to feel myself. Let's get it. Your partner is not your therapist. If they have enough to hear you out, let you vent, pop your shit, whatever, that's cool. Just as much as you need support, you need to be heard, you need to be held, your partner needs those same things. They shouldn't have to show up for your shit every single time that you interact. It's just not fair, and quite frankly, it's not fun. No one wants to get trauma dumped on, and if you do, I invite you to examine your boundaries. I can't tell you what to pursue in a partner. That's all on you, boo-boo. But what I will suggest, get involved with somebody who will give you grace, but will also keep it a motherfucking buck.
The way you moving right now, mad. The way you talking to me right now, mad. The way you are honoring the commitments that you made to me, your partner, mad.
What we don't want is someone who will enable our poor behavior. We will behave poorly at some point to some extent, and we want to be with somebody who can catch it and still hold us at the same time. Right here. Just right here. Just holding it right.
Leave me alone and get your own life.
You have your own life, and your story on its own is worth telling. You don't have to be Bonnie and Clyde. You can just be Clyde. You can just be Bonnie. You don't need a partner. You never need a partner. I'll tell you like Tony Stark told Peter Parker,
if you're nothing without this
relationship,
then you shouldn't have it. I sound like my dad.
You really aren't some ain't shit ass NPC fucking nobody at the bottom of the reef. That's not you, Oscar the Shark Slayer.
I don't really got a whole lot going on. I don't have much to offer.
Stop right there. You are worth so motherfucking much. Stay popping your shit. Take yourself motherfucking seriously. Put yourself in position and let those blessings come in. You do not need another person to make your story worth telling. Find a hobby. It doesn't have to be anything that you're good at by any means. Just do something that evokes joy in your spirit. Something that makes you want to show people, look what I did. And even if they don't give a shit, which they probably fucking won't, you did that. Even if it's like you drew a fucking stick figure. You did that shit, bro. Good for you. And you don't need a partner to enable you to do those things. I would really love someday to have a partner that I can share my passions and hobbies with, but right now, I know for a fact that I am incapable of being a W boyfriend.
Let's start with the elements of a healthy relationship.
You gotta get comfortable not having closure with everything. Sometimes a solution isn't gonna happen right now. Take a step back and allow things to unfold in a natural way. If they need space, you gotta give them space. If the love is real, nothing is lost. They'll come back. You'll have a conversation. You'll continue to grow the relationship. We have to work on these things actively. It requires a level of patience with yourself, that you know that you're doing the work and you know that you're seeing results, even if it's not dramatic.
Fellas, you want to talk about our feelings?
We gotta start being vulnerable. It is genuinely a struggle just to look someone in the eye for me as a man and to say, this is how I feel, this is why I feel that way, this is what I need to happen now that I'm communicating about it. Society does not train us to be vulnerable and surrender to our emotions. I believe we have the responsibility as men to pursue vulnerability intentionally because it's been taken away from us societally. Every W boyfriend knows that solutions are found collaboratively. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we know, and you gotta work together. They did this to me. I'm hurting because of what they did. You need to manage your triggers better. We talked about this. How do we come together to find a solution?
How'd that get in there?
It cannot be my way or the highway. I've tried it. This shit didn't work out too well, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So they just made it Facebook official. Y'all are together. Now what? Well, get used to being wrong. Dead ass, get used to being wrong. Not like, oh, you're always gonna be fighting and your feelings don't matter. No, your feelings matter. It's just your feelings need to not be more important than the solution. They asked me to take out the trash. The trash didn't go out. She's upset. I fucking fell asleep on the couch or something. If I had the energy to do the thing, that I would have done it. God, I'm such an L boyfriend. I'm gonna feel justified because I didn't have the capacity. Even though I felt justified, my partner is upset. I didn't honor a commitment that I made. I feel like, oh, but it don't always matter how you feel. You wanna know what does matter all the time? Boundaries! Setting boundaries is what allows relationships to continue and be healthy. If no one ever sets a boundary, we're just trampling over each other the whole entire experience. You don't have to understand fully why there's a boundary there. If somebody says, don't do this, don't do that. It's kind of fucking simple. I'm not saying it's not okay to have conversations around boundaries and where they come from, but if that's not information that's being actively offered to you, you really don't have to ask. If it's one thing you take away from this video, it's that the work never stops. We have to keep on going, keep on growing, keep on glowing. We gotta keep on. If you achieve the relationship that you've been trying to manifest, that's when the real hard work actually starts.
Man, I got a person now, bruh. I just be chilling, you feel me? I just be at the crib, you feel me? She be cooking dinner and having babies and shit.
You gotta keep becoming a better and better you, and not just for yourself. Now you're getting better for 2 people or 3 people, or however you get down, and none of my motherfucking business. You owe it to yourself. You now owe it to your partner as well. So if you weren't already doing the work before you got into this relationship, guess what? Boyfriend! But anyways, there's my thoughts on how to be a W boyfriend. A different type of video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I'm gonna leave y'all on one final affirmation. You are a bad motherfucker, and you are worthy of all of it.
One more thing.
I just dropped an album. It's called If You Don't Know. I'm gonna link it right here. It's available right now. Matter of fact, I'm playing it right now. Right there, bro! Just fucking...